If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Trade games are made of this. Who am I to hold it or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze, everybody's chase turns to craze. Some coins boom, some coins bleed. FOMO's grip is all I need. Wallets locked, my heart's in play. Crypto nights steal breath away. Charts go up and crash below. Whales manipulate the flow. Dreams of Lambos fuel my soul. Lost in this decentralized hole. Sweet games are made of this. Who am I to hold out or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze, everybody's chase turns to craze. Hold on, I stake it high. Hold on, I buy the dip. Hold on, I ride the wave. Hold on, till markets flip. They burn me bad. I'm still in deep. This fever's mad. No time to sleep. Sway games are made of this. Who am I to hold out or resist? Trading through the blockchain haze, everybody's chase turns to craze. Sweet games, keep chasing the thrill. Sweet games, through bulls in the spill. Sweet games are made of this. Crypto dreams I can't dismiss. Baby, you made a bad call. You know you put cash in fast. Trash it all so damn fast. Cause baby, now I played your bad call. You hyped that trade, I paid the rate. Did you have to push it? Pumped your guru call. I was on your signal. Now I've lost it all. Bought your bullshit breakout. Thought you'd have my back. Coins burned up in minutes. You're a fucking hack. Oh, it kills me to think of the fat gains I lost today. Cause baby, you made a bad call. You know we used to cash in fast. You trashed it all so damn fast.
Check 1 2.
Cause baby, now I played your
That lady sounds pissed as hell.
Yo. Did I call the dip, huh? Slow with the flare, charts my terrain. I'm the king up in there, streams my machine, hypes my domain. You took the hit, kid, feel that pain. Trade hot shot, yeah, fans eat my spin. You tanked hard, that's your sin. Not my fault, I don't miss a take. Still cashing clout, no mistakes. Oh, it kills me to think of the fat gains I lost today. Cause baby, you made a bad call. You know we used to cash in fast. You trashed it all so damn fast. Cause baby, now I played your bad call.
Yo, guru with the 1 minute fame, slipping. Flags crashing hard, you're a fraud, I'm ripping. Streams hot, clout chase a prick on the mic. Stacks gone quick, you're a scam, that's right. Ego fat, calls suck, you're out of touch. Pump that trash like we broke too much. YouTube king, nah, just a hype machine. Crypto's mine, you're done, has been seen.
Did you think I'd take it? your garbage call. Your clout's dead to me now. Watch your bullshit fall. Cause baby, you made a bad call.
Well, my goodness, somebody has a potty mouth tonight. What are we listening to?
You trashed it all so damn fast. Cause baby, now I played your bad call. Oh, bad call. Bad call.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the turkey. Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go.
Post.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Later, honey. Later. Okay. You'll make the chicken jealous. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with the Road Dog. I'm sitting here watching Total 3 just plummet down, losing areas of support and everything. Just thinking, hey man, yeah, get back all them little gains. But you know, I'm thinking, well, maybe we're just not looking at this right. Maybe we're just not seeing what's really there. Maybe we just don't have that special vision. Maybe that line's getting in our way. Maybe we just need an aid to help us just kind of, I don't know, are you not over here? To make you feel a little better. Are we getting lost? I think we're getting lost over here. I found this happy little guy right. Oh, that didn't work out at all. That did not work out at all. That did not. Let's try it again. I found this happy. Okay, well, never mind. Anyway. I was trying to be a little positivity, but if you were looking at that big cup and handle, you'd be sorely disappointed as it has negated that possibility. Probably happened too soon for you to think that out of you. Anyway. I'm just playing around, people. Bitcoin, if you haven't noticed, I'm sure you do, or you wouldn't be here, is taking a little bit of a dive. It's kind of like she's flapping up, and flying higher, and then or something happened to her wing, and then just kind of coming in. I'm got this trend line, and I'm trying to be generous to you, and I'm saying, okay, maybe from candle bodies. Okay, we'll throw the wicks in. Okay, and gosh darn it, if we still ain't trying to break that loose. Now, currently, it looks like we're back in, okay? I want to say that. Take that for what it may or may not be at this point in time. With this particular technique, incorporating the wicks there. Are you playing with this, darling? Are you playing with this? Total 3? This is Total 3. This is not Bitcoin. This represents all of our altcoins, and I'm looking at my cloud flip back and forth between green and red and green, and I'm switching back to my candles now. There is a good deal that she's playing with us right now, but it's still not great. It is still not great. So, giving this trend line a little bit of wiggle room, we're kind of in a safe zone right now on the 4 hour for this weekend. You gotta take weekend price action. I don't want to say with a grain of salt. But you gotta realize that this is the most manipulated time of the week for crypto, because the real big money's not back here, and it's just retail people coming in on the weekend. I'm gonna trade crypto for a few hours this weekend, honey. I'll be right there as soon as I get off the toilet here, okay? And you know, some money starts flowing in from various sources on the weekend a lot easier. But it's not the smartest money, you know. It's just kind of here, there, whatever. A little some of that, and then you got these big whales out there just dying to just manipulate something, just get some goodies, especially them low cap coins and things like that. Those are always a good target for them. And of course, you got, you know, the typical market makers and evil bankers and all that stuff involved in all this stuff now. And my goodness, it's just a big old stew of well, a bunch of crap, really. But you know, we still try to waddle through this and try to live that crypto dream. I want to zoom in here to the 15-minute here on this little guy so we can see what's going on, get the juicy little guys there. Hey, Total 3, what the hell? What are you doing over here? So you come over here and made a lower low. You think it's going to stick? You trying to make this into a bear trap? You trying to? Were you playing with this time? I mean, I see the devil up there. Y'all were talking about something. I see these bearish crosses, man. I don't like the bearish crosses at all. I don't. But the bigger moving averages are telling me, you know, we still got them in the right order there. So maybe. Let's take those guys off of there. And this is what our normal 5 moving averages look like. We're way below the 200. So we're at a possible area of support. I haven't even drawn a fib or anything, but if I did, I would speculate. Is that that's a 618? You look a little bit lower than the 618. Oh snap! What was that? Sean, have you been trading? You've been messing around with my stuff. Have you been moving my? Oh man, you reset my fibs again, dude. Glad I got that saved. Thank you. Okay, so you are a 618 material right here. She was over here before. So the happy people have pretty much been the shorters with these big, nice drops over there. So this, I find this interesting. This reverse scallop here. When we come to an area of support and get one of those, I look for a potential. We could be coming right back into it. I like that. I like that. It doesn't mean that it's gonna. I don't see it. I see it having to work its way through here, though. A lot of times when you see these things come back into a pattern or something, you go to a strong move. I see this one have the struggle just a wee little bit up through here. All right, so we should start seeing these little guys start looking a little happy, a little bit more green showing up here this hour. Might be an interesting time to find some setups here, maybe, or some ideas. Some place to put some alerts, something to do something. We came down for a little bit of a lower bottom, and I'm just going to double check you real quick. And very nice, very nice. Let's hope that little booger sticks, because we don't want to come down to these guys down here. Not on total 3. It looked kind of scary over here on this chart because she broke my trend line, and this one, see, I'm concerned because this is the daily. So you need to skedaddle your little rear end back up here, like really, you know, turn this into a wick and don't close a candle body below this. So if we're seeing what we see here, this is a bear trap. And they start pushing prices up. We're going into Sunday, and we've been dumping from Friday and on today has been kind of a drab day. You know how they do. They like to mix this stuff up, and I wouldn't doubt they would probably get us to chase, and then this week, you know what they do? They mix it up again. Maybe that's what's going on. But let's take a gander, shall we? But come over to the chat and say hello to everybody. You guys can steer me on course tonight because it's just a crazy market. 24 people hanging out. I got fingers pointing up. What? Freaking love this show. Love you too, man. You're awesome. Ah. Oh, you know what? Dang it, Sean, we forgot the cowbell. I am so sorry, my humble apologies. We started tonight's show without the cowbell ceremony. Please forgive me. If you've been down on your luck, you need a little cowbell. Namaste. We're okay. I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna come way up here and start looking. And Joe was here first, man. Joe was first, second on the line. We got Soul in the house. There's Chris Klein. I see Floki's Angels, and I just never get tired of hearing that. I just never do. Call me crazy. We got Haven. Uh-oh. His house got kicked in the peanuts. Man, I'm sorry for your peanuts. Sometimes when the cashews, they hurt too. We got Kate Dignity, Al Jr. It's hard for me to read when they blocked this out after I hit them before. Avi Medina, Chris Klein, Board PC, God. Red Bullet. I can't see. Get back up there. Get back up. Oh, snap. There's a dancing alien. And I still don't know if you guys can hear the noise and all the little fanfare goes off when all this stuff happens, but there's all this stuff going on. Maybe I need alerts like that for all kinds of other stuff. Chris Kahn says, I sure do have alts for you tonight. Well, bring them on. Let me go ahead and put out my little, where is it? Where is that little marker? There we go. Put our marker. Rishi John, $2. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. We'll pull that up here. Give you clappy claps. $2 will get you the clap here on this show tonight. Yeah. Yeah, you want a good case of the clap? I'll give it to you. Thanks so much, Reese John. I appreciate the support there. Bullish on parade. Dog, the BTC 3-day RSI made me bearish. Any thoughts? Let's go take a look. You know, we haven't even looked at Bitcoin. She's at 108. West better than 107. And that's where I saw her a few minutes ago. So I guess that's good. It looks like she may have caught. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's about a 0.5 Fibonacci area that she's at right now, that she found support at, and seems to be making a higher low from that. So I'm kind of iffy. I think that we're still in some kind of ABC correction or something, trying to do something, you know, something along those lines is what I'm looking for. So I'm not really trusting this move, and the moving averages are rolling over here. Now I'm just on the 30. I'm on the 36 minute. So I'm still looking kind of, I'm still feeling kind of bearish for Bitcoin. Like they roll us up and then roll us back down another time or two here, down to these areas, 106 or something. Elliot probably has an input on. Oh yeah, Elliot thinks the same thing. He thinks we're coming down. Elliot thinks we can hit down to where? Elliot, on this time frame or this section or whatever, to 101, 104. So what do you say, the RSI on the, oh, I just saw that red dot on Market Cipher. This is, I have a red line here for some reason, some forecasting reason. What was that? Was that, hey, is this when does Bitcoin Las Vegas start? We're dumping early for that. Well, you got reason to be feeling a little bearish, because it looks like short term we are. Stochastics are rolling over. Got a red dot on the daily over here. I got to keep pointing you back to the weekly though. The weekly is the one kind of in charge, and she just recently turned bullish here, even on the MACD. So she's kind of the guiding light, in my personal opinion. Big old fat thing right there. Look at that. That thing is a big grower. But the anything under a week, yeah, it's starting to look a little shady, a little hazy. This yellow stuff is going down to past the zero line. That's supposed to be VWAP. I don't know, whatever it is going down. And then the money flow, that's important. That one's staying stable. Now, when we get to the tops like this on this particular indicator, we can do what I call the red light, green light. You know, it's just not like top, we're coming down. Although, yeah, that clearly that can happen. But we could also kind of stay around here for a little while.
Crypto sunrise story we tell. Charts go wild, screens electric. Riding now, resilient and hectic. Bearable, always reflective. Fortune swings so eclectic.
That was the same one. Give me just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. Where's our third one? When the grass turn red in the morning light, crypto dreams sinking out of sight. We hold on tight. So if you're our third little wavy. I'm playing with my fibs right now. You know, there were a lot, and oh, maybe it was you. Was it you? No, you're the one. You're not the one. Anyway, there's been we've been at top areas in the regular fibs from the big pool, the 886s and whatever, and we even got to be on them just a little bit there. And then we got above this. Okay, so we're, for local fibs, I mean, we're at pivot points that we needed to see something, but it doesn't mean that it's all over. It just means that we get a correction. And I'm still curious. I mean, we still got room to catch and even go to higher highs. Or, you know, we can finally get that lower low that I've been waiting for forever, which will be the juiciest lower or higher low. We want a higher low. We don't want a lower one. Would be the juiciest one to buy. But personally, I think, this is my opinion, I can be totally wrong, but I do think that we got a good shot to at least hit 115. And then, of course, that 119, 120, that might, I mean, we could do it, but I would be very much satisfied with 114 area. I would probably be satisfied with this too, although I would have just slight doubt. Why couldn't you go higher? Why is it just a little bit? Let me come back to the chat here. Chris Klein's got me a list there. I see those. OG says, hey, Road Dog, two things. The EU got hit by a 50% tariff. Also, Bitcoin conference is this week. Will Bitcoin pop up or Lucy is ready to come back? Well, I'm going to say that just based on the history of the Bitcoin conference, you can probably feel confidence that we'll get a pullback because of that, just by history alone. Now, that's not looking at the charts, and the charts have got their things too, but do keep reminding you that we are bullish on the weekly MACD. So, I mean, we will get pullbacks, but we're in the first stages of the run, in my personal opinion. So I keep wanting to drive that home. Ladies and gentlemen, give me just a moment, please. Oh, snappers, two of me. Don't need two of me. Oh. And he's back. And the 50% tariff, yeah, that coincides with what was going on. But we were still at areas that we could, that were pivot areas. And that 111 and 112 is coming up on some of our local field. I mean, I'm not surprised that we're seeing a reaction there. The question is, just from the legs that we're on, where are we gonna stop? And that's usually where I pull my fibs. I pull my fibs out, and if we are in blast off area of this market, if that's where we are, because there is this one point in the market where this is where we touch and boom, see ya. So sorry if you're not all packed up, mister, but we're going high. We're going to moon now. And then this feels like it runs off and you can't ever catch it. It was that sweet little spot that BitBoy got in and turned 100,000 into 1 million. And there's and you throw whatever you're throwing money at seems to win. Everybody's a genius. And so this area at 102.7 from the bigger picture of things, that would be an excellent area to actually bounce and then actually make a higher high from there. If we were to see a scenario, it doesn't have to go do straight or anything. I don't know what price. It could zigzag. It can make a flag. It can make a cup and handle. It can make an M&M character. It can make all kinds of whatever things it wants to do. But except for circles, they don't do circles very well. I've noticed that. Doesn't do backwards very good either. Just something there. But if it touched off here and then ended up coming up higher, that would be one hellacious move. That would be one hellacious move. That would be one idea where I would, if it went over, I would, I don't like buying when we go over past highs, when you go in price discovery, like, let's throw it all in. That's like, geez, that's literally how you can buy the top, is when you try to do those techniques. But I would be more inclined to try to do that if we had a bounce over here and it did it. I would. Because that would be the one, in my personal opinion. There's also this period down here about 97.3. Maybe come down, tap the top of this little guy. That would be breaking some trend lines that we got going on. So if we are in bull run city, look, we got this trend line, right? This one's veering off of this one. That means we're curving, baby. We don't want to interrupt that curve. We want to let that curve play out. We was hoping maybe she was getting another leg to a curve there, but nope. Looks like she's going to come back and try to touch this one. So I want to make this one orange. I can't see that. Okay, I'm not going to make it orange. I'm going to make him... I got too many red lines. Well, let's keep it white. Why's it got to be white? It's just... These are the see in the dark. Anyway... 50 moving average is down here too, so if we lose the 21, which I suspect that we will, because the 9 looks like it's wanting to close over it. What about on the 6-hour time frame? Let's go to the 4-hour. They probably already crossed. Yeah. And the 6 look kind of on point here, I think. And yeah, that's at least 106 to respect this trend line. Now we put a fib from, well, I guess we should actually go here. We're going to go follow the rules. The 0.5 is coming in 106.2. If we come down to this one, I think we'd be breaking trend line, unless we just do a wick or something. But I can see us coming down, but I can see us gaining and then bouncing back up here in the next, mid-week or whatever. I don't know. So the markets are closed till Tuesday. So the whales, it's time for the whales to do whatever the whales want to do. And I think they like to buy things cheaper. So they'll probably want to get things a little bit cheaper. I don't know. Total 3 is the one that kind of you really got to keep your eye on, or others. Also, where are you? Tether dominance. Oh, what are you doing? Are you bouncing? That would suck if it bounces. That's not good. I mean, oh no, people are getting out of the altcoins and they're going into tether, man. Don't need that to happen, but it could be. This is and she's got the daily green dot. Yeah, you look like you're trying to do something, but you got some bearish crosses over here too going on. I'm still looking at that. That's still some downward pressure there. Bitcoin's got that going on some of the smaller time frames too. I expect it to push us down, so hopefully it will here too. She may come up a little bit before she gets there. It looks like it's going to be a shaky market for the next for this next week for whatever reason. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come back over to the chat. We were talking altcoins and then the turkey got off course again. Closed the chat. 27 people hanging out. Glad to have you here. Very honored. Kryptonite, my apologies. I thought you posted several times. What? I'm lost. Okay. Oh my gosh, terrace on terrace. On terrace on terrace. It's getting ridiculous. Well, I'm sure we will get a response, I think, of something there. I'm sure we will get something going on. Sicario, I was partaking in a substance and looked at the 3-month candles on Bitcoins. It says dip, but not too far. I kind of feel with that sentiment. I think you're on the right spectrum, my friend. You're feeling the white wavy gravy wavelength. All right, I see the coins up there. We got JTO, ETH, Buy, microphone trying to go up my face. We got Omni, Popcat, Cake. I still don't have any cake right now. Near. And I see SNX Synthetics. Man, I haven't looked at that in a long time. That's what I'm thinking about. What that used to be, it was a Solana project at one time. No, I'm thinking, I keep getting that and Sarah mixed up. Micro and macro. From Malaysia, hey, glad to have you here. Do we have apple water tonight? So I had to stop eating all my sandwiches, or turkey sandwiches. Just felt wrong. Oh, I heard noise. There's Sean. Oh, I'm on top chat. That needs to go on live chat. And earlier tonight, thank you very much. There we go. We see John. Thank you so much for that super chat. And tonight we got OG1 to the fan club. Richie John's got a contract. Let's see. Can I should be able to copy it. You would think you would be able to copy that. There we go. Do I have deck screener on? That's the question. Oops. Verify you are a turkey. Oh, cow-o. Let's see, this is the daily chart, and yeah, there you go. Right smack dab in the middle. Do we turn on the 1 hour, and then it looks like it's at the very top. Well, I mean, whatever this is, it's not really chartable now. It seems to be holding a nice little steady trend line. It seems to be curving a little bit. You can say that. This is about as best as we could do. If you're charting and breaks a trend line, yeah, get the F out. And then figure out where you want to buy again if you want to play it again. So I have it's on Solana pumped up fun coin. It's like it got some buyers and some sellers over there. And I don't know, I can't see anything about this. Where do you see the market caps and all that? It's normally over here, right? Or this is it, right? Volume's got 52,000 in volume. 24 hours up 1,000%, like a new thing is, but at some point these things come crashing down to the floor. So I don't know. I mean, you have to look inside your little degen heart and ask yourself, is this a degen coin to play? And I mean, I don't even know what the market cap is. I can't even see that. Market cap is 56,000. I mean, if it goes to 1 million, there might be some. I don't know. This is like minutes old. Somebody just made this a few seconds ago, and it might even be the person who mentioned it and said, hey. But so far, there's been a lot of. I don't know anything about this. I can just say she hasn't broken trend line yet. That's the only thing I can validly say about it, and it's new. And gosh darn it, I feel like promo went in. I don't know if I've ever been this close on a new coin though. For that reason, that would be the reason that I would consider doing it. Just because I mean like like no more than $5. Because I'm just curious. Now you got me curious. I don't know. Should I FOMO into this coin? Should I? Could I get some? What would we say? Let's get some 9s. Let's get 9s if I should FOMO. That could be double toppy candles right there. Let's see how she acts. You gonna lose that trend line? $10 can go a long way. Let's see. Oh, you printing a green one right there by my. Oh, snap! And what happened there? Oh yeah, this came up. And it's gone. Never with that. That was $10 gone. Just like that. Now the market cap is what? What's the market cap now? That was fun. We got that on. We got this recorded. Yay! We got. Oh. Oh man! Wow. Is it going to keep going? This is on the 1 minute chart. This thing is literally, and this is how crypto works. This is how new meme coins work. That's good. It's good. It's good. Can we get it on the YouTube channel? Oh, we got it up, shooting up. What's the market cap now, though? I can't forget where I saw it. Well, that was entertaining. I thought. Market cap. It was 56,000. Now it's 6,000. Somebody said 50,000. Hell yeah! I'll take that. Well, you know, that was that's a good run, and it's gone. Kind of reminds me of one. Well, Mandy lasted longer though, right? But that one had some movement a while back. I left a little bit in Mandy after I moon magnet. Oh, you don't even show up anymore? What happened there? That's crazy. Or did I do that wrong? You gotta be on here. Mandy Coin is not on here anymore. I find that interesting. Well, okay, well, this one is still buried in the dirt there. None of y'all got in on that, did you? I mean, we might have some true teachings in here. Oh my gosh. All right, well, that was an experience. Let's hope some other coins are doing better. Let's take a look at Popcat since we're on the meme coin. Hey, we on the daily here. We had take these guys off. This guy we're finding for support right now. What were you? I didn't color code you guys. And then this one, and of course the red line was the best one. That was the 236 area. That's the bigger pool. Anything below this, we consider Popcat technically a decent buy. Better off down here. So, in my personal opinion, I want to get these guys out of the way. That was the one I was looking for with the arrow there. 200 moving hour average on the daily. We kind of got rejected beneath it twice so far. We lost this trend line, and looks like we kind of did a retest of that idea. Now it's kind of curious because, man, you just so in there. You could try this idea, but I mean, you got the amount of touches. It could possibly stick from here, but that's when you're going to start having, wow, no, should the angles line up. These trend lines, when they start, they'll eventually they'll find a place, but she may be coming back down here with all the other altcoins until they decide so if they want to run us up tomorrow, I guess we would probably see this area stick, right? But normally this is what we're following, our one. It looked like she broke out and did some bear traps, and she got a little fuzzy there, but going strictly by the rules of the game, I would consider that a bear, or to be bearish until maybe she reclaimed it or popped back in. You can get into, well, we'll just move it down here and count that. You can do that. Well, just keep moving it down here and count that. We'll just keep moving it down here, and then you can keep doing that, but you kind of, but this, see, when it does like this, that tells me something. That does give me a line, definitely to watch, to be bullish or bearish. She's got the red dot on market cipher saying it's time to come down, darlings. Are we back to bearish weekends now? Or at least for the first part, right? They'd switch it up. They and since they can't have fun on Monday, they may want to have fun on Sunday. I'm just saying. Normally, I would be looking for a bounce off of this area, which is what we've been working on. So I would still keep this area in mind. I mean, it could be this. It might be. We'll look for some ideas here. We'll draw a secondary trend line. How's that? Make it dotted, just to know. Not sure if I trust you or not. But if she comes down, I guess we're probably starting to look. We're probably starting to look at these areas down here, if depending on the market. So we're going to locate the 618 because that's really where we got most of our touches. And if she's doing an ABC, that could definitely be where she wants to take us down to. 0.5 might come in. We'll keep our eye on that. But around 32 cents. Retest of that area at 36. That would also make sense. Let's keep our eye on those targets there. For Popcat. Sounds crazy that she would come down there when she was at 60 something before, right? Take a look at Omni. Not even sure what this one is. Omni Network, I'm taking it. This one's starting to look promising to me. But most likely I'll be looking at the trend line here for a possible retest if we can stay bearish, and that would be a retest of the 50 moving average too. So coming back down to that area. And if we were to put a price label about right where it would be, so somewhere around 240, we could get our fibs out, but we would be getting right in the same areas there. Looking at divergence, and I don't see any warning signs as far as divergence goes over here. Maybe if price comes down here, it can form some bullish divergence, and that would give it a nice little reason to bounce down there too. Coming down to the 4 hour. And that's probably a little bit more for what we'll look for the weekend. Now that's the 200 moving average. It needs to hold. They always need to hold, but they can break through and then come on back. The 100 is above the 200, so if she did break below, that's one reason I would expect that she might come back through. So we got that going on here too. So if she does come down, doesn't have to, but might. We'd really want it to keep this, but it looks like she's broke it, right? So for this one, I would look for the possibility that this would be great if they are faking us out. You know, they're trying to drive us down or whatever a little bit, and then pop us back in. I could see that kind of play. But the bigger time frames, I mean, look, you've even got on the daily here. No, you don't. That already happened. Well, you gotta actually zoom in on that one. It'll fool you. This is cool. It's weirdly hopeful. That 9 moving average is over the 21. I like that. That's kind of what we saw over here with the other moving averages, the 100 over the 200. That could help us regain a little bit. We cross our fingers. Let's hope for a bear trap. Let's hope for that. Looks like she's trying to do something right now. Don't know how successful she'll be, but actually, we just saw on Total 3 where altcoins were starting to look kind of, yeah, like they want to respect this area and start to come up a little bit. We just don't know if she's going to come up and roll over again. Usually I like these guys, but they're and they can have a lower load and still do good. Let's see what happens over here. I think they're going to struggle right up here though. Let's take a look at Cake. Oh, look like Cake got a little bounce off of that 200 moving average area here. Still got work to do in this area. That 9's crossed the 21, but I like that. That looks promising. This makes me wonder. The 50 crossing the 100, the 9 crossing the 21. That's headache. We got to turn that around. But the bigger moving averages, I mean, they're giving us the hope. So I mean, I would love to see, just do something like that, but I'm kind of thinking she might. It's going to be some fuzzies through here with these two guys. That's a pretty nice M pattern, I gotta say, man. That's a pretty good M. Looks like it should be a McDonald's or something. I don't know. Okay. Well, not really golden arches, are they? So I like that idea. I do. It's just need to see this momentum kind of hold. So we got a bottom here. That was the trend line we lost. That sucks. And then we come over here. If I go to candle bodies, man, we are flirting. We're flirting with trying to get back in it. If I go to candle wicks, then no. I just feel like I'm stretching it going here. Like I kind of missed that. So my rule for candle bodies, I'm gonna put that into effect. So far, she looks promising, but So what's she at? 235. Oh, there's the crab cat. Yeah, what do you think about the crab cat now, huh? What do you think about that little guy now, huh? After all this crap. Oh my gosh. We got Batman and we got, no, that's Batman. I guess this is, I don't know. They all look evil, wicked. What I'm trying to delete you, and you're saying it is used as an alert. Oh, you're the one that pissed me off there today. Okay, gotcha. Let me get some of these older targets out. So on the 4 hour, this trend line looks like she tried to break it. Don't need her to break it. Need her to bounce off that 50. Come on back up. So if we can hold, that would be cool. If not, come back and test the bottom of the trend line. And that sucks that that's all we can say about it right now, but it's probably the easiest thing to do. We don't want to see this turn in. We don't want to, definitely don't want to lose trend line. To me, I think she got a chance to come down a little bit, though. Well, you're starting to look good on the hour. So I wish I could tell you what it would do if it's going to get back up in here. Ichimoku Cloud is welcoming it. Marcus Cypher looks like she wants to do something. Even MACD starting to get a little juicy, bouncing off a 200 moving average. But I still got these other crosses over here, and I read that as bearish, and that just makes me think if it does, it's going to have to fight, and or it could be setting up for a rollover. It makes me almost feel like I'm off my game tonight, but it's not convincing me that she's going to get back in there. If she does, the rule of the game is, or for my strategy, we get back in there. It's good to be in there. But until she does, we gotta assume that she's going to roll over. I mean, just so we don't have our asses handed to us so many times. Even if we got the buy signals on some of these indicators, I mean, we gotta wait till we start getting some of those confirmations. In my personal opinion. And some people might look at it this way, though. Oh, we broke a trend line, and you can. Hey, DGen. Hey, if that's all you need for your DGen, then hey, you're probably already in. Or in a situation like this, not necessarily this particular coin. But for me, I'm not convinced that she's not ready. That she's quite ready until she starts closing some candles above that line, or if you're looking at levels, then of course at least that one, or preferably this one. To get in on a more conservative note. They're at a cool, interesting place right now. Did we take a look at JTO? Are they? They're all doing this, aren't they? In their own little special way. Let's back up to you on the 4 hour. Perhaps our bigger moving averages would help us out. They're trying. They're still bearish there. They recently flipped over here. Apparently they can flip pretty quickly with enough price action. thought I backed that up over here on the last chart. It was giving me a. I'm gonna put those back on cake. I backed up the cake in case you're wondering. He's flipping around too much. He's worse about flipping channels than my ex-wife. Sometimes these help me out more than anything. Sometimes, or a lot of times, really. And the times when I kind of do feel lost, like what the, because she's like, that just that's a hard call right there. I like to take a look at these little guys and aren't they a little mixed bag? We got a little bearish cross going on right here. I would still be suspect about cake. So what are you saying, Road Dog? Is it gonna go back in there or not? That's I don't know. If it does, it could be a great move. I'm just skeptical if it's gonna. What it might do. Ooh, I didn't know about that. Maybe it come back down here and then tries it again. That might be cool. I might be able to go for that idea. This one kind of threw me off my game for a minute. JTO. Again, man, on like the 15-minute there, I see some bearish crosses going on there. Let's see if we got some support around here. Well, then that one's actually bullish. Looks like the 4 hour is still one of the better charts to use to kind of navigate it, especially with the bigger moving averages. What's that? So to me, looks like we're in the scope of this kind of idea. And that leaves a wide variation, my friend, because if we do break a trend line like this, we can come all the way down here. The other point is true too. If we blast off of here, we can come up here. Now it looks like that's a hard call right there, baby. I see good things going on the moving averages here. I think she's trying to do something. I don't know if she's going to exactly keep that trend line, whether she might find some lower support area or something like that craziness. We don't want her to confirm any kind of. We don't want her to break below this area. That would definitely bring her back down here, or could. I don't ever want to say definitely price will do this or definitely price will do that or go to this certain exact level or anything, because we never know. We just got some ideas, and this is the best idea that we've got right now, is that this trend line will hold, and this cross over here suggests that it's got a chance. It's got a chance to hold. Break it, and then we got to worry about it coming down, and I guess we can go ahead and try to figure that out. I mean, if we start doing that, we're going to have to start looking at these 786 retracements and stuff like that. And that's going to feel kind of bearish to go back to those areas again. 167. So I know it feels a little bearish tonight, right? But we have Sunday coming. And I mean, okay, this is face reality. Either the bears are going to come in, the market's going to fall out, because this is what it's going to feel like, and then they're going to dump us off. Okay, maybe. Or they're playing with us, and then at some point, in the wee hours of the morning or something tomorrow, that they wick down, and then all of a sudden the things start changing just like magic, and then we're like, oh, that was nothing. I told you, you're scared about nothing, huh? And then that we laugh about it at the water cooler Tuesday or something. I mean, that happens a lot on the weekends. Be real. They're good at getting the when they want the bearish sentiment, they're good at getting the market scared on the weekend, especially on Sundays. They're really good at getting across their message on Sunday. And then come, Monday and Tuesday, well, oh my gosh, you silly whales, you were out there playing games, weren't you? That's usually what it is, and there's a lot of that manipulation going on in my personal opinion right now, especially with Bitcoin. Speaking of which, Bitcoin, you're still hanging out there, or did you go bullish or bearish? Are you still, where are you at right now? Because you held it so far like a shoulder with bursitis.
In the digital realm where the pixels dance, I'm the trader, the player, the main chance.
So might we come back to 1095? That sounds like, did we say that last night or something about this time? Are we back where we were like last night, 24 hours ago? We're back in the same spot. We're like, well, jeez. Be hard to get past there right now. Let me come back to the chat here. Haven says Nana on Soul, so I aped in when I saw it hit my special wallet notification. I'm not even sure what that is. I've heard Nyla. What is this one? It's got a $3 million market cap. Maybe. What was that? What was the one that we just looked at? The one that tanked? I'm sure it's probably still tanked, but. So this one's, this one's made it for about a day or so we got that. I never can find them. What I'm looking for is you're over here, aren't you? So we'd hope for something like this, and you could have a flag idea there. I don't have my fib set up over here. And they still did. Why didn't you do it? I did that right. I put you on there. Oh, you're killing me. For some reason, it's not putting them on there. Let's got them down here, but he won't put them up where I need them. Tis all right, we will go the old-fashioned way. So, where are we at now? We're at 0.003. And it looks like it can double up from that. I got 68.51 and 73.50 was the real sweet target. Being new, those targets could probably get hit fairly easy, I would think. New, if it stays on this trajectory, and then she doesn't come down and do anything. She wants to keep going up, and that might happen a little bit quicker than normal. What was that one that I still got it, don't I? Oh, I still got it. Callow. Well, it's not recovered. Yeah, Somebody sold the bottom. It's only got a 5. Look, it's got a 5,000. Imagine if you got it. Oh wow, that's crazy. We saw it happen. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sorry. SNX. My bad about that. SNX. I've got that one written down here. Let's take a look on the big time frame. Oh snap! What happened with you? You thought she's at the bottom, and she decided to go lower. Ah. Well, let's see what we got, because what we had over here after she got up here was no bueno. I don't know if she'll come down to 30 cents, but that one's on the table. She lost the one here at 86 cents. It's a C, I guess. I'm also getting it down here on this one too. So the local 113, she's recovered that. Four-hour, okay. Like most of the other ones, it started showing some signs of strength around here as these moving averages are starting to flip and starting to overcome some of the bigger ones. And we've been seeing that on the other altcoins too. And that's one reason why I'm kind of wondering, you know, if they're just playing with us this weekend, because we started having the good momentum. It doesn't make as much sense for us just to suddenly lose it, because there were a lot of bullish crosses going on. And just to give that up doesn't make much sense. Just to lose it on the weekend, and it doesn't usually change that fast. So I think there's a chance. I'm really curious to see what happens tomorrow for all the market, Bitcoin and tomorrow and Monday. I gotta say tomorrow and Monday. I keep forgetting the holidays here in the U.S., which apparently has an effect on lots of other stuff too, but it'll give the whales one more extra day. They don't have to worry about the big money that kind of guides everything, or the bigger boys. But I see some good crosses here, and we got a trend line. So if we lose that level, then I would be looking somewhere around 68. Something like that on SNX, to see if it can find some support there and just kind of fill out the trend lines, fill out the little local pattern that we got. Because if she needs to come down here and touch it, well, I mean, look, you still got this wide open area that's up for grabs here. There's the way out. Possibilities, the field of possibilities. This is your scope, your field of possibilities, and it's possible to come down here, and as long as we respect these trend lines, you know, I mean, you can see this thing double up from there. But this is this one, she's low, isn't she? She got down there. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to cut her short tonight, I believe, on this Saturday night. 27 people hanging out with me. 1 hour in. It's just a blah blah market. And everything is hanging at a precarious place, and maybe it will, maybe it won't. But this is not the hour that I'm seeing where we're going to get that decisive move. I think it's coming soon though. Oh my God, we're talking. You're already back at the trend line, Bitcoin. I mean, for real? Already? Wait a minute. Is that good or bad? No, you're doing good. You're doing good. You touched it already? You touched my trend? Okay. I see a mix of good and bad on these trend lines, which is usually spelling out to some choppiness here. But there is a chance that we might have a little something here. Nice little bounce off a deep retracement there, 786, and we might be able to see us get back. Can we get back to 111? That's a little hasty. This might be able to get back to 109, close to 110 there. Let's see if we can finagle some price action here out of Bitcoin. Tell me what you're planning on doing, Bitcoin. Tell me what you're thinking about. You thinking 108.6 is kind of a lofty goal? Is that a worthwhile goal to go to? You need to, Bitcoin. You're gonna find some resistance up here. I think we can. I want to look at that area right there. I should just left you alone. You were right. You were perfect right where you were. Okay. And a lot of people will be looking at 109. If we are making a bottoming pattern here, and we might be, we're at an area of support with the trend line-ish. Scuzzy trend line on a bigger time frame. And a Fibonacci area, we did kind of make a bottoming type pattern, or even just looking at it as this opening broadening pattern, inverted head and shoulders, whatever. It's got a good chance now. She's made a higher highs over here, so basically we can get off of this after we take a measure move. We need to take a measure move and do that. Measured move suggested we be headed up toward this area right here, about 108, $990-ish dollars. That's a little bit more of a come up than where. Look, she's in a flag to the upside. Actually, the 6-minute time frame is starting to look pretty good to me. So we got that idea. We can get rid of this. Now we can start tracking the bottoms. That's what I do. And ooh, look, we got a secondary trend line already forming there. We don't need this light guy anymore. We're going to start looking for the new trend, right? Screw where we can remember where we got been, but now we're starting to get, this is actually starting to pick up a little speed here. 9 crossed all those. Well, including that one wasn't good. Or now I'm just talking out my ass. Saying the wrong things. The 200 moving average there. We should be start closing in on that one. I don't know if we'll make a higher high yet or not, but that's what we need to do. We got to come up, take out this area, or else we can risk rolling over and going lower. That's just basically what we're looking at. And I think the real fun is going to start tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, since Monday is a holiday here and the banks will be closed and Wall Street will be closed and all of that. And Memorial Day is just they're not usually all that fun, but I'm going to transfer to the end screen and take a look at chat and transit out, if you don't mind. Thank you for hanging out, everybody.
I feel so unsure as I log in tonight.
Thank you guys for sticking with me.
The charts start to sway, red and green in my sight.
OG1 says liquidation map is kind of even.
Stayed grounded, not chase the high. Now my wallet's
Introvert coin.
closed, and I'm asking why. Market moves
Just imagine for $5,000 in, you could own 50% right now.
traded hearts for one last play. Now all I hold has slipped away. Tonight the coins fall so cold, a whispered crash I can't console. I'm never gonna trade again. These keys have lost their souls, refrain, no
I thought I was set to where I could have clips.
never gonna trade
It's supposed to be.
the way I traded you.
I'll check it.
Time can't read
Mandy and Just split.
the blocks are sealed in stone. Your trust was the stake that I should have known. I chased them.
Oh, that was kind of a cool coin to catch, the one that did the dump right there on stream. That was kind of interesting.
Burn low, and I've lost it all. Greed took hold, I couldn't see the cost of coins devouring me. I sold your faith for fleeting gain. Now echoes hum a sad refrain. Tonight the coins fall.
Joe, are you going live tonight? You doing anything?
I can't console. I'm never gonna trade again. These keys have lost their souls. Refrain, no blockchain love can end. I'm never gonna trade again the way I traded you. Oh, please stay. Don't cash me out tonight. We could have mined.
Well, it's time when we say. Oh, there he goes. Got a little delay going on. No live tonight. Taking the night off. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Be careful out there. They're doing some wild things. It's trying to look better, but I'm trying to, I'm not actively pursuing anything. Even my spot margin stuff that I'm usually playing around with on the weekend. I'm just sitting on as much as I can, sitting on the sidelines, and even on my perpetual future, I'm just not finding anything interesting to get into at the moment, or any position, or any places that I trust at the moment.
Crypto whisper stole you too.
So I'm going to relax. Yeah, you probably need to take a little chill time. I think I do too. All right, good night, everybody. Good night, John boy.
I'm a block hustler, race where the hustle sings.